It is snowing. This is my first ever white Christmas. Hi. It's Mrs. Stitchy saying Merry Christmas, everybody. It's Christmas Day and it's white out. I got a little friend with me today. Where are you? Oh, he's at the back. Where are you? There he is. Hello, Chicken Hawk. He says, I got Christmas colors, so I should be on the video today. See, he's got green and red. Yes, you do. So he will stay as long as he doesn't make too much of a noise. And then when he starts making too much noise, we might go down and bring up Bond to say Merry Christmas too. This is Flosstube 108. You will have known by seeing this already. This is going to be a long one, I suspect, because I'm going to show you my stitching. I have one finish. I have one, well, the finish is a start and a finish. You didn't see the start. And I have one new start, and I have a whole bunch of stitchy kindness, and I have plans. So yeah, it's going to be a bit of a one. It's great Christmas so far. So I hope everyone else is having a very Merry Christmas. Okay, so let's first start off with my start and a finish. I haven't fully finished this yet. I'm going to either make it into a pillow or just a card. It is going to be we're going to somebody's house for dinner on Boxing Day, and they dropped off some homemade cookies, and so I decided to quickly make this. This is a freebie by Hands On Design. It's a bigger stitch than I thought it was going to be. It has 7 colors. So no, 8 colors. So it has this 610, and then there's 3 different reds and 3 different greens, and then the 610 is sort of the branches between, and then kind of a white as the little crosses. I actually used a Brina needle speckled floss called, oh, I can't remember what it's called. Anyways, I got it in my Christmas box a year back. But there you go. Isn't that pretty? So that took me a full 2 days to stitch. So this was a big part of my stitching. So I hope to finish that up. We're not going till tomorrow night for dinner, so I got a bit of time to FFO it. Pillow's easy to do. Card, they're going to see my back, which was really good until I had to do back stitching, but it wasn't too bad. Okay. Let's show you the new start. So I should have theoretically had 2 new starts, but I didn't feel like doing the other one. I felt a bit overwhelmed and just didn't feel like doing it. But I started this one here. So this is 5 Seasons of Quilts by Leisure Arts. You can still get this on Leisure Arts site as a PDF, or I think you can buy the booklet. So this is winter quilt. So I started this on the winter solstice. Where are you going? Where are you going? Got a few hanging threads here. Oh, careful. It's okay. So that's my start. So I had a few errors in the tree, so I did some pulling out and putting back in, and then I kind of clued in when I was working on the quilt. The quilt's quite close to the tree. But yeah, that is my start. It is, as always, a pleasure to stitch. This is on Paint with Stitches, PEI. Oh, he's going to start making noise. Just a sec. I'll show you Bond next video or one of the other videos. He was actually being really good, and I didn't want to disturb him. When African gray is good, just leave him be. Okay, so I was saying this is on 18 count PEI Sandburst by Paint with Stitches. And it is a lovely, she graciously gifted me a large piece, and I am having a sand blast with it. It is gorgeous. So that is my start. I will be telling you the plans. I hope to actually work on this maybe weekly. We'll see. Okay, so I'll just put that away. So, oops, sorry, I hope that wasn't too loud. Since it is Santa Day and Christmas Day, I will show you my Santa. I have not finished it. It will not be finished this month. It will be finished next year. So I have a list of things I want to finish on a monthly basis, one FO a month of certain whips. So I get 12 finishes next year. This will be one of them. So I still got a ways to go. I got distracted with all the other stuff. So it's still in the Q snap. I will take it out in a minute. Oh, yeah. So I don't think I did very much, but I'm still trying to finish up the greenery on this side. So we'll just show you full Santa. We're about to put him away. Santa, you're going to go away till another day, okay? It's all right. I still love you. It's the end of Christmas almost, but not really. But yeah, I got other things to work on. This is the story of all my whips. Okay, here you go. This is a final viewing of Santa until he comes out. I'm not sure. I went through all my whips from my whip parade, and I picked out 12 potential finishes. I actually picked out 13, but then I dropped one. And then I spun a wheel to see what month that they are to be done on. So I'm not quite sure which month he is. I think it's like August or September. It wasn't like Christmas in July or anything like that. But there you go. So there is Santa. Bye-bye, Santa. Still quite a bit to be done on him, but like I said, he'll be there for later for sure. Okay, then I have daily whip that I work on right now for this month. I had a monthly focus, and what I did was I put a bunch of whips in a wheel and I spun them. So last month it was Chatelaine. This month it is the Stitching Shelf by Amy Stewart, Heaven and Earth Designs. It's a mini. I have really enjoyed doing this. I would like to continue it for next year. Instead, I'm going to modify it. So you will find out about that in the plans, but it's semi going to be there. It's going to be a little different, but close. Okay. So I still have about another week to work on this. So this is my stitching shelf. And so I am right now on the winter, which is at the bottom. Oh, it looks so great. So even though it's a mini, you lose some definition on the mini, but that was the spring. This is summer. Will that work? Yeah. This is autumn, and then this is winter. And there's no women coming in yet on this, and I don't know if you can quite see, but the actual final stitch is down there. So this I think this is like a really light blue. It's a little hard to see on this oatmeal, but it is there. So I will continue on with that. I think the woman on this is a little bit, she's probably over here, so I may or may not get to her, but I'll just keep working on it. So till the end of this, till December 31st. That's my plan. Not part of my plans, because my plans are all about 2026, you see. Okay. Then I did not work on, well, I did work on Wise Owl. I didn't bring it out. You'll see it eventually. I'm kind of burning out on it a bit, but anyways, I did work on it though, so there is that. But I'll show it to you maybe once a month, but I'm going to show you this first. So Halloween, Hello Halloween, the Halloween Sampler by Teresa Kogut. I am trying to finish off This area here for this month, I got sections I want to get done each month because I want to finish this in a year before next Halloween. And I started it in November. So I got one more day to work on it. That will be tomorrow, which may or may not have much time, but if I don't, I'll work on it on Saturday too. So we'll get this section done coming up. So I got done. I think I already had the little boy done. Got his bucket done. No, I didn't. I already had all that done. I only had the witch's hat. So I got all of her. Oh, this dress was so fun to stitch. It was just a blast. I loved that. So I really didn't get as much done as I hoped, but so what's left is her hand coming down to the bucket. The bucket, I think I got 2 more rows of just a little bit more of the dress, and her legs and her feet, and then just a little bit of the border. So I think it's good. I think I've actually done pretty good for my goal, but not there yet. I got one more day, or so either tomorrow or the next day I'll get that done before next Flosstube. Okay. And then, because it is a snow day, I got out my snow day project, which is a design by Paint with Stitches, and it's available on our Etsy site. And it is a Maud Lewis painting turned into cross stitching. And this one is called 3 Sleighs. And so on big snow days where it's actually snowing all day, which it's doing today, my goal is to do 1%, which will be 574 stitches. So I'm done just about 200 and something. So I will be finishing off this diagonal and then probably bopping back up to the top. But there you go. This is the start of a big, huge tree that's going to be taking up a lot of this snow front. This is a horse. Can kind of make it out now a little bit. I still have more stitching to do, but I love this. And it's good because it's nice mix of blocks and mix of stitching, but it's I'm very happy to have it as my snow day project. Okay, now I'm going to show you my knitting quickly. So I think I don't know if yeah, so I made great progress on my sock. So this is a sock. I designed my own pattern. It's just a straight, I think it is 6 stitches purled and then 12 knitted and then 6 purled, sort of kind of an odd ribbing. I've done my heel, finished up my heel, and I think I got one more decrease go, and then I'm working out towards the toe. Well, I'll just tell you, but anyways, but this is, yeah, so it's really, oops, oh, I got a snaggy nail. Okay. It's gorgeous. The colors are not actually showing up very good because it's much more orangey than that, but it is pretty. It is so, so pretty. So hopefully next time I might be able to show you the sock on my foot. We'll see. And then I showed you this briefly. I'm making for my husband. It's called a Gillette, which is essentially a sleeveless pullover. So a kind of vest, but a sleeveless pullover. So I made good progress on that. I'm just making up the pattern of colors as I go, and I'm starting to run out of, like, I have 2 balls of each color. So on the first half, I'm only trying to use 1 ball, so I have enough for the other half. So I'm slowly kind of running out of this light blue one. So I might change up the pattern coming up at the top. I'm getting close to the armpit, but I still have, I think, around maybe 3 or 4 inches still to go. So we'll see. So that's a fun stitch because it's on big needle, so it goes super fast. Okay. I'm going to oh no, I'm not. I will show you my Stitchy Kindness next. And then we'll do plans. Plans are very exciting. Some of the Stitching Kindness will be included in the plans. So, firstly, I got a wonderful Christmas card, totally unexpected, from my friend Sara at I Swear I'm Stitching. This is so her. But yeah, that is just awesome. I can now hang it up on our string of cards, but I just love it. Thank you so much, Sara. I will get you a Christmas card next year. Then I won a giveaway without really realizing there's so many Flossmasses to watch, and I've been trying to watch everybody every day, but it is hard. If you have more than 2, it is hard to keep up on them. But Kathy at Kathy Quilts and Stitching, she is part of my Flosstube Friends. I was watching her. She was doing Flossmas, and I won this pattern, which is With Thy Needle and Thread, and it is called Miss Snow Fairy. But then actually in the design somewhere it says Miss Snow Flurry instead of Fairy. So we're not quite sure which one it is, but it is quite a neat pattern. So we'll see when I start that. I'm not quite sure, but I will slowly kit this up during the year, and maybe it'll be a Christmas start next year. I think that might be what I'll do it, or it could be my snow day stitch when I finish off the other one. Then I got, this was all came in one day. It's crazy. It was like Christmas. I got my Fabric of the Month by Kaylee. I have bounced around in her club. I started off at 28 count, half and half, which was half and half means half more adventuresome and half sort of more neutral. So it just alternated back and forth each month. Then I switched from the 28 count club to the 32 count club. And so now I got both of those, and I switched to the neutral eventually because I wanted more neutrals. I found I was a little desperate for neutrals. And now I have switched to the 18 count because after getting the PEI Sandblast from Paint with Stitches, I love 18 count. I realized I actually don't have much 18 count. So this is my Fabric of the Month. So I'm back in the half and half. So it'll be a neutral 1 month and more adventurous the next month. So I'm going to assume that this is, thing is you never know, but I'm going to assume that this is the neutral. Oops. And it is called Will the Grain. Will the Grain. So there you go. It's a little bit, there's still some color up at the top there, but it's cool. It is so cool. So that is great. Very happy with that. And she gave me a nice card and included, oh, that's not her card. Here it is. She gave me a nice thank you card, I believe. Let me make sure I'm doing this right. No, this one is a thank you card from Kathy at Kathy Quilts and Stitching, when thanking me for her giving me a giveaway. And she gave me a couple of fun stickers, which is always great. So I'll find something to put those on. And then Kaylee's card is right here. So she gave me a nice little card and included some needles, which is awesome. And then next is, I have 2 very special viewers who gave me Stitchy Kindness again on the same day. This one was a complete surprise. So a long-time viewer, always commenter, is Stitching Jerry, and we became Facebook friends, and we're chatting quite a bit. And she's doing some of the hate sale. She did last year hate sale, and she signed up for this year's hate sale. She's lost her Stitchy bug. Let's all wish Jerry Stitchy bug good vibes. Let's get her Stitchy bug back. So she sent me not one project bag. She sent me 2 project bags that she made. So these will be used next year. I'm going to put them in, we're going to hold them aside right now, and I will show you what they're going to go into for my next year's projects, I think. Yes. So this one here with beautiful seashells, very appropriate for where I live. And the back is just a plain light blue, and fancy that she did her zipper. She did a great job. I'm not that fancy yet on mine. I'm going to just put that, I'm going to leave this close by, and I will. And then this, I love sunflowers. She doesn't know I love sunflowers, but I do love sunflowers. So sunflowers with some other, almost like forget-me-nots, I think, which are also one of my favorites. And then again, the blue on the back, and a yellow zipper with the sunflowers. It's awesome. Isn't it pretty? Great size. So thank you very much, Jerry. I am going to, you'll get to see those throughout the whole year, because one is going to go in a project. Well, one is going to go in my hate sale project. So I have to figure that out. So and then she sent a little card with her just saying how much she appreciated my videos, which is really, really sweet. I appreciate all you guys. And then another viewer who, again, has been there from the very beginning, I believe, lives in Newfoundland, is my dear friend Roxanne. And she sent me, it's all in here. She asked me, what DMC are you sort of short on? And I was a little vague. I could have been more specific. I realized afterwards. And so I think she just kind of just grabbed some DMC at a store and sent me all this DMC. It's a lot of DMC. Look at it all. It is gorgeous. It's so much DMC that I'm so happy, and some that I'm always short on because I did say some numbers, and some that I just love because I love greens and I love blues and I love grays and all goodness kinds, and it's just awesome. So there you go. Thank you, Roxanne. And then so I kind of was expecting that. I gotta make sure their little things don't fall off. I'm gonna put it back in the Michaels because I have to file things away. I have a system for my DMC, so that's still a job to be done. Then she also sends me another bag, a bag full of extra goodness. So in this are some things that I have. Yeah, there's some clips, some bowl clips. Those are great. Those are handy all the time. Now I've only peeked in this before because I waited for you guys to show you. She sent me a whole bunch of this, and I love this stuff. I absolutely love this stuff. Oops, come here. Well, let's take this first. Oh, you can't do that. Oh, okay. She sent me some cute little needle minders that she made herself. Aren't they adorable? So those will go on the projects that are going to go in the project bags, unless they already have a needle minder. She sent me this. These are what are causing me some issues here. She sent me some real heavy duty. These are those loops that you can. They're for wires, but you can use them to hold your fabric onto the Q-snap. Very handy. I'm going to put those a little bit somewhere away from everything else because they keep sticking. She also sent me needles. She sent me 2 boxes of size 26 needles. That is amazing. Super handy. And she sent me in a quilting type clip. Those are great. A couple of those. And these, I have never had these before. So, and Sara on Swear I'm Stitching got these in one of her Stitchy in one of her advent calendars, and I was like, oh, I so want to try those. So now I got some. That was like things happening. And she sent me, and these are fun, and I do love these. These are the 4500 series, which are sort of the variegations of different DMC. So these are great, and I will put these in with my master set. So I do love these. These are great. They're super when you just want to put in a bit of variegation. So that was all from my dear friend Roxanne. I believe there was a card here too, but there's so much stuff. There's so much stuff. I'm not sure where the card is. Sorry. But thank you. Thank you, Roxanne and Jerry. That was amazing. Not necessary, but truly, truly appreciated. Really, really, really. Perfect gifts. Perfect gifts. Okay. I'm going to pause while I go grab my plans. Okay. I think I got everything. Maybe not got everything. We'll just see. So, plans. I'm doing 3 sort of new things. The first is I am doing Whip Go, but what I have done is I've kitted up 25 projects, given them each a number, and essentially when their number gets called, they get started. And so I'm calling it Kit Go because it's sort of the opposite of Whip Go, because Whip Go is supposed to bring your whips down. This is going to create 26 new whips. But I've either bought or been given or got from the freebie table these kits, or won through giveaways. And you have to start them sometime. I'm getting older, I'm not getting younger, so I want to start them. It's going to up my whip count. I might be nearing 100 next year at my whip parade, but it is what it is. So there's that. So there's Kit Go. And then I'm going to be doing Knit Go. So I've taken, I believe, 7 knitting, 1 crochet projects, and they will have numbers for just working on them. So she has called January numbers already. So they are 2 and 7. So I'm going to show you my 2 Kit Goes. I'm going to be filming every week, so you will see the kit sort of as it started or before it started. Then you'll see it mid, and then the next one you'll see the other one before it finishes and put away, and the next one that's getting started. But for now, I'm just going to show you the 2 that have been called. So I'm very excited over these. So number 2 and number 7. Number 2 is this one here called Nature's, what's it called? It's called something like Butterfly Trio. Yeah, Butterfly Trio. So I haven't decided which one I will start. Kind of leaning towards this one, and I think it'd probably be this one. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and do 9 hours on each kit I start. And so I have a box made up, and I'm just going to shade the box. So we'll see how much I can get done, if I can get 1 completed and then have the other 2. We'll see. And if we'll see. And then number 7. And number 7 is Frog Pile. Jerry has the same one, I believe. So yeah, this will be started in the 2nd week of January. So I'll be working. Everything is going to be based on 26 because it's 2026. So there are 26 2-week periods, 52 weeks in a year. So there's 26 of the 2 weeks. So I'm going to be working on one thing for 2 weeks and then the next thing. So that's going to make 26 projects. I do have a 26th, but so yeah, this is Frog Pile by Design Works. So number 7, as you can see. And the knit ones I will show you as I go, because this really is a channel about cross stitching. But one of them is the Island Socks you just saw. I have to double check how often they come up, and I will probably make some significant goals with the that will be more like a Whip Go where I want them gone. And so and the other one is a sweater when I was out in BC moving all my stuff, I came across two Mary Maxim knitting projects that I probably started 30 years ago. And so both of those are on it. So I'll be picking that up and trying to work on it. Again, I haven't worked on it in 30 years. I don't even know where I am, if I got the pattern still, if I got it all together, but that will be part of the whip go for it. Okay, so that wasn't even the first thing on my list, but there you go. There's my kit go and whip go. The next thing is, again on the 2-week basis, is how I had my monthly focus. Instead, I'm now going to have a 2-week focus. I'm going through the alphabet, so A to Z, and I've already planned it all out. I am picking a whip that will fit that letter, A to Z, and I will be working on it like I have been with like the stitching shelf you just saw. So my first one is Admiral Ladner. It's a mini by Heaven and Nurse Design, Randall Spangler. And so I'm planning on working either half an hour. I probably will try half an hour each. So that would end up being 7 hours in the 14 days. But with the option of throwing in another half hour if I can, because then it'd actually be equal to the month focus that I was doing. Or minimum of 100 stitches. So this is my mini Admiral Ladner. And so I did a center start on this somewhere way over here, and I worked my way up to the corner. And so there you go. So that will be great to get back to. I'm looking forward to that. I haven't touched that at all this year, so that's great to start that off. It was almost my motivation to do it because I knew I hadn't touched it and I needed something. Still haven't gotten to my list. So, okay. So I have those all written out. The one that was supposed to be the monthly focus coming up, it is on the list. It has made the list. So I believe I got 20. I don't think, oh, there might be 1 or 2 that repeat. I'm not sure. Okay, let's do our actual list now that I have here. Again, with the alphabet, I wanted to work on an alphabet project for the year. And so this is a Cooler Classics. I got this at a D-stash. This is called Nature's Alphabet. And so my plan is to do it, is to finish it in the year. And so I will start off on New Year's Day. The ones you just saw, the butterfly one and the mini Admiral Ladners, those are going to be part of my New Year's Eve stitch. And so I'm planning to do 24 hours cross stitch on New Year's Eve to New Year's Day. This will also be part of it. So that's 3 projects. We'll count them as we go. So I'm hoping to be able to do this corner of the, and then this corner and just the A to start off with. So every 2 weeks I'll be progressing on this. This is going to be done on Paint with Stitches fabric. This is 28 count of the sand. 28. I got this in my Halloween box. This is 28 count PEI Sandblast. Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Oh, so gorgeous. And I got all the colors already picked out, hopefully. I haven't double checked on that. It actually has a lot of colors. It is going into my new project bag with a new needle minder. So here we go. Well, that's a strong magnet. This is way sometimes I kit up I just use these, got these from Michael's. So I'm going to just stick the needle minder in there. Doesn't have a needle yet, but that's okay. And we're going to put that in with the sunflowers because I just think of Nature's Alphabet as the sunflowers and the other ones. So here you go. Yeah. Oh, that's a great bag. It fits so nicely. Look at that. No worries there. We'll stick that in there too. Oh. Now I know that sometimes with the vinyl that can get stuck. I don't have any of my stuff in the sun, so that should be all right, but I might move it a little bit so it doesn't get stuck to the plastic. But there you go. There's my nature's alphabet. Whew. So this will be, like I said, on New Year's Eve. And the other one, I'm not doing, I'll check my list afterwards, is I've started the Heaven and Earth Design Cell. I'm doing Draconius Lupus Leo or something like that. It's hashtag Team Pipsqueak. Go Team Pipsqueak, go! It's going in this one here. And all I have so far is I have my fabric. Don't have the pattern yet. We'll probably get it. I bet you we'll get it on the 29th or the 30th. I have all my colors picked. I might be missing one or two, but I'll check. Maybe I'm not missing it. I'll check with Roxanne's color she sent. Maybe she filled in some of my gaps. Maybe only one. And we'll put in a needle minder. There we go. So, and that is perfect. Such a big bag to fit in my box of bobbinated threads. So that will be New Year's Eve. So that is 4 projects for New Year's Eve. Am I going to do any more? Maybe. Okay. Next to show you is not here, is it? Where'd you go? Ah, where did I put it? Did I not bring it over? Okay, I can't see it. I may not have brought it. You will see it. Is my Flosstube Friends, which is my round robin that I'm doing with 5 other floss tubers. Kathy Quilts and Stitching, Darlene Dion, Lisa of Forest City Stitching, who organized this, Karen from the Stitching Owl, and Sara from the Rocking Chair Stitcher, or the Rocking Stitcher. Not quite sure. I'll have to double check on that. So I will be working on that on New Year's Eve too. I want to finish the border. So that will be my only goal for New Year's Eve. I might do that one first. And so that's my other plan. And that will be worked on. That's a year-round thing. So we have to, I think we got about this first part, because it's really big with the border and we're doing one lady, we have till March. So I'll be working on it probably every Saturday till my commitment's done, and then I'll switch into something else, possibly, I don't know, we'll see. Okay, so then, like I already talked about my monthly being the Whip a Bit and the Kit Go and Knit Go. I'm going to carry on with my Halloween sampler and Wise Owl. Those are the 2 I'm keeping, so those will be, Wise Owl is supposed to be on Wednesday now, and Halloween Sampler is on Friday and bleeding over to Saturday if I don't get enough done. Saturday and Sunday, I've been contemplating working on the quilt, the winter quilt now, and I've been thinking of starting, I bought a pattern for myself. It's meditation. It's a Heaven and Earth Designs, or it was my win last year for completing. Anyways, I have it. And I was going to start it when I sold the house. And what I want to do with it is I want to color complete. So I only have picked out about 3 or 4 colors and gotten some of the colors. So I do want to start that. I am thinking of starting that on New Year's Eve, and it would be an optional one on the weekend too. So the weekend's kind of getting things done. So we'll see on that one. And then my Manning Monday, I did not start my winter waltz of Manning Mondays. I'm contemplating keeping going on the autumn waltz. I'm also contemplating just dropping my Manning Monday for now. So I think I'm actually going to drop it for now. And then I have to work on my Whip a Bit, which is going to be, and my Kits Goes. And so that would give me Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday to work on the Kit Goes to get the 9 hours done. So we'll just see how it all works out in the end. And then I have to find time for this too, is a monthly finish, which I mentioned to you. So January's monthly finish is a biggie. So it is Key Meal Felcha by Joanne Elliott Designs. This I bought right when I started learning Gaelic. Sorry. This is actually Irish Gaelic, and I'm learning Scottish Gaelic. And in Gaelic, you pronounce it Gaelic. So Scottish Gaelic. And so I've already changed it to make it into Scottish. It was very easy. It was just changing the A to a U and changing the angle of the accent. Male and Felcha are the same. This means 100,000 welcomes. So I started this at my very first immersion at the Gaelic College in Cape Breton. And I want to finish it in January. So I'm going to start working on it in the next couple of days. I might put it on New Year's Eve. It might not be, but we'll see. I'm going to have to section out. So I got quite a bit to do still. So I have a mistake over here. So I'm going to have to frog this because it just won't work. It's not going to match up down here. I am one stitch off. So I have to rip this out. And then I'm going to get on track, finish off this. So in 1 week's time, I want to finish off this top here and do this border going down. Another week's time, I could do the words and the center thing. There's not a ton there. And then the third and fourth week, this bottom section, these are kind of little stitch heavy because they're full coverage, and do the 2 sections at the bottom. So 1 week, rip that out and finish off this coming down. Another week, do this whole center. And then the third and fourth week will be this whole section here, and it'll be done. So that is my goal. I am actually going to get started on it before New Year's because it's just I have to finish it in New Year's. So I'm going to try and get a bit of a head start on it because I know that that's actually a lot of work. And I think that's it. So, wow, it's not an hour. So that's pretty good. So, and I'll just throw in knitting. Sometimes what I do with the knitting is I've been stitching all day long and I actually don't feel like stitching. I usually have done over 1,000 stitches at that point, but I still have some of the evening and I just feel like doing something. And knitting also is real easy for me to watch if I want to watch Flosstube. Some of my stitching I can't watch Flosstube with because I use my phone for everything. So Pattern Keeper's on the phone. My YouTubes are on the phone. It's just easier. So that's that. So life, it's snowing. It is still snowing. We can't see out the windows anymore because now the snow is all over the windows. Yeah, it is supposed to snow all day. I think we're supposed to get 15 to 20 centimeters, and I think we will. What else? Kathy asked me about my hand. So that is my hand post the removal of the growth I had there. It's healing well. And they phoned me with the pathology report. And it's funny because when I went to the doctor, she looked at it and she said, well, could be a wart, but it doesn't quite look like a wart, or it could be sort of an abnormal carcinoma of some type. Then when I went to the specialist, she said she thought it was a fibroma, which usually happens when you've had a traumatic injury and it's just scar tissue. So she cut it out and it turned out it was what my GP had thought. The pathologist couldn't tell if it was a wart or a basal cell carcinoma. It kind of had a little bit of both in it, or appearance of both. So bottom line is they removed it all. So that was perfect because that was the whole point. If it had been a wart, I could have just gotten it frozen off with liquid nitrogen, but then you don't actually have any report as to what it was. So that was why the route I went with getting the histopathology and finding out what it actually was. And I also get the reassurance that they got it all. So that's great. There were some other things I was going to tell you, and I can't remember what they are now. I'm excited for New Year's. We had a great Christmas morning this morning. Woke up after it actually started snowing at about 9 o'clock. So got up and it wasn't like any snow, but we knew it was forecasted. So yeah, we just did stockings, but we added a bunch of presents with the stockings, so it's very, very good. And my husband's been making some great meals. We've had some very special meals. We had a special meal last night that was sort of our special one. It's just been a very warm, good time of the year. So having a blast, working away. On a bit of a break from my gala course. So we start back in January. So I should be reviewing. I definitely have to be reviewing. So I'll probably do that soon. I'm going to be looking after the little kitty cat tomorrow and the next day. So that's great. So hopefully the snow is not, for those of you that don't know, when we first moved out here in our first snowfall, I love snow. I absolutely love snow. I have always loved it as a kid. I'm always the type that's looking out. Is it snowing yet? Is it snowing? And I've often lived in places where you don't get snow. So when I lived in Nanaimo, in BC on Vancouver Island, we were down at the water. It's nice. I was a block from the beach. I was had an ocean view, but because we were down by the water, it would snow up the hill, but it would rain where we were. And so that was kind of, for me, it was depressing. I was always looking at the wind or out the window at the street lights. Is it raining or is it snowing? Is it raining or snowing? And then we moved here and it was almost the same thing. So Darlene Dion has been talking about how much snow she gets. She's only, like, as a crow flies, about 20 or 30 kilometers away from me, but they are inland. So again, when we're getting rain, they're getting snow. And so it's quite different. So this is a real snowfall. So it's fantastic. But the first year we moved here, I used to run a lot. I used to be a runner. I used to be a fairly good runner. I ran Boston Marathon twice. I used to run quite a bit, and then I had some falls and blah blah blah, and got sidetracked. And then I did some blah 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 blah, and I haven't run now for some time. That's a former life in my mind, but I still, when we moved here, was still trying to run. I was still trying to keep up my running route. And I always had a firm belief that when it snows was the best time to run, because the snow was kind of sticky. And as people walk, especially in BC, as people walked on it, it got slipperier and slipperier because it would pack down, get slushy. Might have been a bit different here. I'm not sure. So I went for a run, our very first snowfall, and I fell. And when I fell, I put my arms out behind me, and I ended up breaking my humerus right at the shoulder, right here. So it was called a snow cone break. Essentially, the bone, and you got the ball of the humerus, it completely broke, and it was separated. I didn't realize that at the time. It was extremely painful. I was on the road. This is just down there, just a block from our house. The snowplow was out. The snowplow driver found me. I was still on the ground, but I was kind of just in there, help. There's nobody about. And I'm just like, brain trying to process the injury, and knew it was bad. I knew it was bad. So one driver came by, and he helped me up, and the tow truck driver tried to splint up my arm, and they helped me get home, just walking me up the hill. My husband was briefly out. He got home, and I said, I did something bad. And so it was a snowy day, and it was quite a snowstorm similar to this, and he had to drive me into Digby to the hospital. And it was a hard drive for him. Like, it was a big snowstorm, and he was great the whole way. He's just like trying to keep me distracted from the pain. And it was bad. A broken humerus is one of the most painful, slow healing. Took 26 weeks to heal. I was sleeping on a recliner, not my comfy recliner I have now, for I think 3 or 4 weeks before I could, maybe longer, maybe 6 weeks before I could get to a bed, because you're supposed to, the only healing, they don't put any cast on. You just end up having a sling and pain meds, and it's all about pain management. It was funny, after when I was in the hospital, they gave me fentanyl, which was gross. I did not like that at all. It was just to really get the pain in check really fast. But I did not like it. It kind of made me all a little nauseous and a little hot and sweaty. Ugh. And then I was subscribed, of course, some heavy duty addictive type pain meds, which I did not get addicted to. I was very careful on that. And my poor husband, he had to do everything for me. So when I left the hospital, and then I was so convinced I had dislocated my arm. I kept going, I dislocated it. Nope. And the nurse looked at me and she goes, I feel bad for you. You're in for a long healing, and it's all about just pain management and immobilization. Yep, that's all it was about. So my life then was like sitting in a chair, just keeping it as still as I can and trying to sleep when I could. And it was a long road to healing. And my husband was amazing, looking after everything for me. I felt like such a lump or a burden or whatever, but he took great care of me. So now we're both a little cautious about the snow and of me slipping and breaking something more. So sometimes when it snows like this, I love it, but he's on olive duty now for going outside, and I am gonna hold myself up until we feel it's safe. He'll tell me when he thinks like, oh, you can try and go out. So I just sit and stitch. I'll be sitting and stitching away, which is fine by me. Anyways, it's all good. So coming up, a little bit more of my plans. Like I said, on New Year's Eve, I'm going to be working on the hate cell. I'm going to do the start of the butterfly trio, the kit go. I'll be working on my alpha whip, the Admiral's Ladner. I might only just do the 30 minutes or an hour on it. I'm going to be working on Flosstube Friends and try and finish my border. I'm going to be working on, I'm trying to look to see Nature's Alphabet. I'm going to start Nature's Alphabet to get the A. I'd like to get that done. That's 5 things. So we'll see how it works out. Last time I did 24 hours, I think I had 4 things and I did 6 hours on each, but some of these won't have 6 hours worth. So we'll just see how it works. So with the 5, I'll just see how it goes. There might be one I'm forgetting too. I'm not sure, but in fact, I'm pretty sure there's something I'm forgetting. Oh, well, we'll figure it out when I get there. So that's my plan. So I will be seeing you on, I believe, New Year's Day. I got a calendar now. So, I didn't tell you the date today. Today is December 25th, 2025. So I will be seeing you on January 1st, 2026. So that's pretty cool. So I will probably be filming. I'll probably be filming in the afternoon. So I do have a commitment to do a Zoom with some Flosstube friends. Karen the Stitchy Owl and another Flosstuber, something like Animal Zoo. I don't know her name, are organizing Stitch 26. I think I can't remember the name of it, but anyways, it's just Zoom stitched together as a chat room. So it's so I'm going to be taking part of that, and then probably after that I will film my floss tube. We'll see. So won't be as long as this one. I will just be showing you progress, and I'll probably be very, very tired, but I will see you on New Year's Day. So Take care, everybody. I shall see you next year. Take care, everybody. Bye.